Do you think China can rise peacefully, or will it essentially pursue hegemony at the expense of the security of others?
Let me just start by saying I think that Jeff is a superb scholar. And as you point out, he and I agree on all sorts of issues, especially the Palestinian issue and the whole question of Ukraine and U.S.-Russia relations. But on the matter of U.S.-China relations, he and I view the world very differently. He thinks that the Chinese don't act according to basic realist logic, that they're influenced by a Confucian ideology that cuts against realism. And I, of course, believe that all great powers act according to realist logic, regardless of their ideology, whether that ideology is liberal, which is the case in the United States, or Confucian, which is the case in China. So there's just not much difference between us in that regard. On subjects like Palestine and Ukraine, but with regard to great power politics, there are fundamental differences, as I say. I can unpack the reason for those differences if you would like.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
I basically believe that in an anarchic structure like the international system, and some listeners may wonder what I mean by that when I talk about an anarchic structure. Here we're talking about a world where there's no higher authority that sits above states. That in a world like that, where you cannot be certain about the intentions of other states, and those other states may have significant military capabilities. The best way to ensure your survival is to be the most powerful state in the system. Because if you're in an anarchic system where there's no night watchman, where there's no higher authority, if you get into trouble, if another state comes after you, there's nobody you can turn to for help. This is why we call international politics a self-help system. States have to protect themselves because, again, there's no higher authority.